Hello. So this is like a video diary, an update on my progress towards my goals. And I've been doing this for a while where I've been recording, narrating my distance learning studies. And this includes studies at CSU, this includes um, my health law at Seton Hall, and this includes my early work at Saybrook. And I wrote an assignment for my psychopathology and diagnosis course, and the assignment's in, it's completed. And let's see if I can. And I'm just a little insecure about it. I don't feel that I'm not confident in my diagnosis, and I feel that the presentation could have been better. I was looking at some of my classmates, and I really like this one, although I just glanced at it. I don't know. Like it's clear. Mine was certainly, actually, it's not the worst. It's a lot of text, and I went through each step for some of these decision-making trees, and when I came to a conclusion for some of them, I don't have 100% conviction. And I put a little disclaimer that I'm a psychologist in training. It looks like she wrote something. I'd have to think about that. But I wasn't 100%. Like I said, I didn't have 100% conviction. I just didn't feel like depression was because I think my bias towards my assumptions about depression is someone who's just overly sad, and that might not be true. And even though he cried a couple times, I didn't. I wasn't really left with the impression that this person is just. I don't know. Perhaps I'm just right now I feel like I'm in a classroom and I'm trying to justify my response. I can't do that. Anyway, um, I didn't. I picked up some proofreading when I was scanning through this, but this assignment took most discussion questions might take me a couple hours after doing the assigned reading. This one took substantially longer. This is almost 3,000 words, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that when I went through the proofreading, I kind of didn't. I kind of didn't, and that was my so there could be little grammatical errors and spelling errors and my keyboard. I have this wireless keyboard from Apple, I don't know if it has the best connectivity. I find I make more spelling errors on this one than my previous keyboard. And it's funny because I used to have on my old computer, I had a Logitech G15. It's just a regular keyboard. And I used to play games, and like the mechanical keyboards became like a big thing, and has that nice, satisfying click. But when I got one, I found I was more prone to typing errors because traveling with my fingers between the keys, I would, you know, my fingers would hit the keys and stuff. So now I have a chiclet keyboard, flat keyboard, and anyway, I feel I'm making more errors than the previous keyboard. So let me go to the point of this narration. I just woke up. I kind of had an adjustment in my sleep schedule. Um, so I was ahead in the game in this course, and now I'm about even with my work. I read this chapter one prior to the course, and then I read chapter two prior to the course. So I still have a little bit to read in chapter two, and I still have to read these. These are about, I could probably read this tonight, but I'm going to read chapter two first because I don't think these are really necessary for answering this question. Um, it says, what do you hope to accomplish in this course? And I guess the way I feel about this question, it's not really, I didn't need to do any of the reading to get this question done. And it seems like just another introduction. And a little bit after, when I finished the other assignment, I called my father. I spoke to him about the lion and the Tin Man and Scarecrow and Dorothy. And I felt like he wasn't impressed by the difficulty of the assignment or the quality of my analysis. And I had, and that could just be me. Perhaps I was a little insecure about what I wrote, but so I don't mind some easy assignments every once in a while. But when it comes on the heels of what I just did, I don't know, it makes me feel that the first two chapters of this book in this health psychology book, they're not really the first chapter is kind of like what is health psychology, and health psychology might help you with some bad habits, and then they that's why I'm going to just go to the summary here. I did read this. Um, and then this chapter two, it says like the nervous system, the endocrine system, the cardiovascular system, but it's not a. When I first saw this, I said, "Oh, this is going to give me a deep. This is going to be like an anatomy course," and that's not really the case. Right now, I'm just reading about like COPD and dementia and diabetes, and that there might be some. It goes over the prevalence. It generally cites the organization. So if it's Alzheimer's, they mention the prevalence rate came from the National Alzheimer's Association or something. And if it's cancer, it's the Cancer Society. See, like this is a GERD thing, like I said GERD, and they said it was probably caused by peanut butter. I used to have when I think of like acidic food, I used to have orange juice before bed sometimes, and what I would do is my refrigerator crushed up the ice, and it's kind of like a snow cone. You put the orange juice in, you have the crushed ice, you drink the orange juice, and you chew on the ice. And I would think that that would be something. I think of that as kind of like acidic, like citric acid or something. But I think actually what gave me a lot of the acid reflux was peanut butter sandwiches. So if I eat like a Reese's peanut butter cup, they use an endoscope. I think. No, I had a tonsillectomy, and they must have done an endoscope when I was under anesthesia. Anyway, I don't feel that this video is going to. It might catch the attention of my audience. He sounds to be a little confused. Should we be concerned for his health?